बनो BrainBaazi के तुम नवा. The Times of India, BrainBaazi.
Good evening. I am Dave with tonight's forecast. Weather forecast, I mean. Where the skies look very good. The evening is all clear, particularly because I read the Times of India in the morning. I hope you did too. It's going to be a little breezy till question number 3, with possibilities of turbulent weather thereafter, especially if you have not read today's edition of the Times of India. Well, for those of you who have and who go on to get all the 11 questions right, rainbows and leprechauns for all of you. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages, welcome to the award-winning BAP of all live gaming apps, BaaziNow. Jeetu main, jeete India. I'm Dave, your quiz master, and this is another cracker-lacking edition of the Times of India BrainBaazi, the easiest quiz to win. Easiest, I say, because all you've got to do, like I said, is just read up on the latest edition of the Times of India in the morning, because it's only then can you answer the 11 questions that I've got for you. All right, let's get the game rules over with. 11 questions I shall ask you with 3 options that's going to appear on your screens, and you've got only 10 seconds to quickly tap the right answer. Do that for all 11 questions, and what? You get yourself your share from tonight's prize money, 50,000 rupees. Well, I call it half a lakh of rupees. Sounds fun. Okay then, 50,000 rupees, half a lakh of rupees. Now, for that most elusive, most wanted game life, you've got to play question number 9, the Agent Rana Sawal. Answer it correctly without using a game life yourself and win yourself another one. You know, something that's going to be very useful in the subsequent games. Okay, wherever you may be in India, get your hands on the latest edition of the Times of India. Subscribe to it and then read up the paper daily in the morning when it comes. You read up on the front page, nation, global, business pages, sports pages, and of course, Agent Rana. And don't skip the editorial pages as well. And if you've done all of that, you're all set. So like I said, read the Times of India in the morning and play the easiest game to win in the evenings. It's as easy as that. Now, before we move on, thank you once again for all the lovely and the heartwarming messages and the response that you are sharing with us on social media. You know where to find us. BaaziNow. We're present everywhere on all platforms. And whenever you're writing out a message for the Times of India BrainBaazi, use BrainBaazi with a double A. Yeah, that's right. And, well, yes, if you've done your preps, I've done my preps. Oh, also to tell you, for those of you who really like what's happening in the Pro Kabaddi League, well, the finale is just, well, let's say half a day away. The finale is tomorrow when the Bengaluru Bulls take on the Gujarat Fortune Giants. So Bengaluru versus Gujarat, whatever's going to be happening in the game, you shall get to know right here on BaaziNow. So, shall we move on? Here's what you've got to do. Align your brains and your fingers. Focus on your mobile screens. And keep the Times of India right next to you. And let's begin the Times of India BrainBaazi, the easiest quiz to win. We've got about 31,000 people who've logged in. Welcome, BrainBaazikers. So, here we go with question number 1 appearing on your screens now. Which of these bodies regulates banking in India? CBI, SBI, RBI? Now. This is beyond easy. Yeah? Technically speaking, you actually don't even need to read the Times of India in the morning for this one. But if you're marginally aware of how the country works, then you would have tapped onto the right answer by now. This entity, interestingly, started operations on April Fool's Day, 1st April 1935 in Kolkata, which was then Calcutta. It started there and then moved permanently to Bombay 2 years later. Answers locked in. The right answer is the RBI, or the Reserve Bank of India, the Central Monetary Authority in India. And 20,533 people getting it absolutely right. About 3,500 people have used their lives, the game lives, in the first question itself. Well, like I always say, it's always easy only if you've read the Times of India in the morning. All right, 23,981 BrainBaazi hopefuls, you are in the fray, and we shall move ahead straight to question number 2 appearing on your screens now. How many centuries has Chiteshwar Pujara scored in the ongoing series till now? 2, 3, or 4? Now, India is playing down under and over Australia in the current test series 2-1. Debutant Mayank Agarwal knocked a 71-year-old record. Rishabh Pant also scored 159 runs and it was his second century. But this Mr. Pujara has been on fire, I tell you, and I shall desist from using any funny phraseology like Ravi Shastri did. Pujara made his test debut against Australia in 2010, and in the current series, Pujara's bat has been talking big. Okay then, answers locked in, and the right answer, well, yes, is 3. He got 3 fantastic centuries in this series. That's the answer I was looking for. And so in Adelaide, Melbourne and Sydney, he got it all. Oh, and well, 14,260 people also have scored well. Well done, you. And about 4,401 people have used their game lives. You know, this is when I tell you, you've got to read up on the Times of India daily. And we've got 31,273 people looking at dashing old me. All right, then. Keep watching the game. There's lots in store for you. Well, I'm glad for those of you who've hit the ball with the middle of your quizzing bats, 18,661 to be precise. You move on now to question number 3 on your screens now. The RBI has directed banks to replace all magnetic stripe only debit cards with blank. Fill the blank in. Double stripe cards, chip and pin cards, e-cards. Well, I hope you've updated your cards, or else, you're going to be in a big fix next time you run out of cash and go to the ATM. The old debit cards that just had the mag stripe or the magnetic stripe are all going to be replaced with this new tech card in a way to secure transactions. Magstrip readers have been conning many in ATMs and through swipe payment machines. Well, I might sound a little bleak, but for any technology, there seems to be a hack for it. Well, answer's locked in, and the answer is, well, like I always say, crystal clear. If you've read the TOI today, it's the chip and pin cards. 8,780 people getting that absolutely spot on. But we've got about 9,000 people giving the wrong answer, which means pretty early in the game, this becomes the first Gabbar Sawal.
Gabbar Sawal.
These chip and pin cards are also known as the EVM chips, which originally stands for Europay, Visa and MasterCard. All right then, 13,510 BrainBaazi girls, you're in the fray for the big 50K. Moving on now to question number 4 with just about 30K watching us. All right, here we go. Question number 4 on your screens now. With which of these companies would you associate the motto, move fast and break things? McDonald's, Facebook, Tesla Motors. Move fast and break things is now the infamous mantra associated with the Silicon Valley giants. But wait a minute. I mean, think about it. When you move fast, you do break things, don't you? Well, this company has been breaking records, and a lot of them actually, and broken frontiers for sure. And moving fast is just part of who they are. McDonald's changed the face of fast food. Facebook fast changed how to keep in touch. And Elon Musk, the face of Tesla Motors, made the fastest car, one of which is orbiting the Earth even as I speak right now. All right, the right answer that I'm looking for is Facebook. Facebook's motto changed many times since it was founded. At first, it was move fast and break things. Then, after years of growth, it became move fast and build things. Now, they just sort of have a motto called move fast. Well, for 7,156 people plus the 1907 who've used their game lives, you've thankfully moved fast. Well, and with that, you've given me the right answer, and you get to move on to the next question, which is question number 5. Going to be playing that with 9,063 BrainBaazi hopefuls. Question number 5 on your screens now. What is the term given to those who were imprisoned during the 1975 emergency? Deshbandhu, Satyagrahi, Loktantra Senani. Well, invoking the Article 352 of the Indian Constitution, then Prime Minister Indira Gandhi granted herself extraordinary powers and launched a massive crackdown on civil liberties and political opposition. The emergency lasted for 21 months, where Vijayaraja Scindia, Jai Prakash Narayan, Morarji Desai, Atal Bihari Vajpayee, Lal Krishna Advani, Arun Jaitley, and many other protest leaders were immediately arrested. Answers locked in. Time for me to see if you've got this one right. And the right answer is Loktantra Senani. How many of you scored over there? 5,718 people getting that right. Wow, that's quite a drop, huh? And 544 people have used their game lives. All right then, in the game, could be lucky number 6,262 people in the fray. Well, for those of you who didn't get, come on guys, I've been saying this, now you should get it in your head. Read the Times of India every day in the morning, subscribe to it, and then you can win the easiest quiz to win in the evening. Right, but before we move on, here's reminding you, the big finale for the Pro Kabaddi League match happens tomorrow between Bengaluru and Gujarat. Whatever happens on the field, you get to know right here on BaaziNow. All right then, we shall move on to question number 6 with 62 BrainBaazi hopefuls on your screen now. Sheikh Hasina was recently elected as the Prime Minister of Bangladesh for her dash straight term. Fill the dash in 3rd, 4th or 5th. She is the daughter of Bangladesh's first president, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. Sheikh Hasina has been leading the Bangladeshi Awami League since 1991. She is considered to be one of the most powerful women in the world, ranking 26th on the Forbes list of the world's 100 most powerful women in 2018. You see her on the screen now. Now you will see me on the screen. Hello, welcome back. Well, she's the longest-serving Prime Minister in the history of Bangladesh. Sheikh Hasina recently won the elections with a huge margin, and that makes it her 3rd straight term. That's the answer I was looking for. Sheikh Hasina's ruling alliance won more than 90% of the seats contested in the Sunday's election. Okay then, 5,224 people, clearly extremely informed, because I bet you've been reading the Times of India daily. Well done, you. And 155 people have used up their game lives. Go easy here. You will get one opportunity to get yourself a game life. All right then. With 5,379 BrainBaazi hopefuls, here's question number 7 on your screens now. Who among these is in the Australian squad for the Sydney Test? Is this Marcus Labuschagne, Aaron Finch or Mitchell Marsh? All right, first of all, let's get this right together, okay? Say Labuschagne. Yes, and those that pronounce this poor fellow as Labuschagne, you need to chant it about 100 times with me. Labuschagne, Labuschagne. See, it's very simple. Labuschagne, Labuschagne. Well, currently Australia is trailing India by 598 runs at the end of day 2. The home team closed for 24 for no loss. Well, if Marnus, Aaron and Mitchell and the rest of the team aren't really able to perform well, India just might win the series 3-1. But I don't expect the Aussies to go down without a fight. They'll make the match a lot more memorable. So I shall definitely look forward to that. The answer's locked in, and the correct answer is Marnus Labuschagne. That's the right answer. 4,688 people got the answer right, and I hope you also get Labuschagne correct. Just about 82 people have used up their game lives. Well done. In the game, 4,770 BrainBaazi hopefuls. We're cutting across straight to the question number 8 on the Times of India BrainBaazi, the easiest quiz to win. We've got about 27,000 watching us and waiting for question number 9, but that's going to happen after this question, which is question number 8 on your screens now. Which of these acts was not used to imprison activists under the 1975 emergency? DIR, MISA, or POTA? Now, in India, the emergency refers to the 21-month period from 1975 to 1977, when Prime Minister Indira Gandhi had a state of emergency declared across the country. Now, for the abbreviations. DIR is the Defence of India Rules Act. MISA stands for Maintenance of Internal Security Act. Interestingly, Lalu Prasad Yadav named his daughter after this act as well. I wonder why. And POTA stands for Prevention of Terrorism Act. And if you have ingested today's edition of the Times of India, then POTA is the right answer. That you have got it right. And I've also been, well, rooting for this. 3,906 people getting this right. And lives used about 230. Well done. 4,136 BrainBaaziers, you've done well. But hold on, we take a little breather over here, because this breather is something that everybody wants, which is a game life. So now it's time for the Agent Rana Sawal, the easiest way to earn a game life. Agent Rana is a serialized graphic novel that you read daily in the Times of India. Very dramatic, suspense and thrilling, and and a lot is happening right now if you've been following the story. I hope you've read it. Answer this question correctly without using a life and get yourself an extra game life, something that comes in handy the subsequent games. All right then, question number 9, Agent Rana Sawal on your screens now. In today's Agent Rana, what name does the Chinese woman use for hygiene? Dragon Blade, Madam Zhao, or Chun Li? Well, if you know it, then I hope you have done the answer Chun Li. Well, I tell you, if I tell you, I'll have to kill you. Honestly, I've been always wanting to use this line, but I never got to. But I guess Agent Rana has ample moments where he uses this line and more. If I tell you, I gotta kill you. Well, we've been obsessed and intrigued about secret agents. You know, we all love a person with an enigmatic job and a hazy past. You know, not just James Bond, but there's this famous series called Archer, then there's Man from U.N.C.L.E., and of course, you have our very own Agent Rana, who's currently in Hong Kong with Sims. And the right answer to the question that I asked you is Dragon Blade. All right, let's check how many people have got this right. 9,040 people have got this right, but close to 10,000 people getting this wrong. So that makes the Agent Rana Sawal the second Gabbar Sawal.
Gabbar Sawal.
Right. I always tell you, you must read the Agent Rana, the strip that comes every day in the Times of India. Easy way to win a game live. What can you have earned an extra game live? All right, then let's move on. Back in the game, back in the fray, 3,051 BrainBaazi hopefuls. You and I get to go to the next question, which is question number 10, the penultimate question, a step closer to winning. Ready? Question number 10 on your screens now. Which of these musical devices shares its name with the canisters inside ATMs that contain money? Gramophone, vinyl, cassette. Honestly, I miss all three of them. Well, most people would know of LP players that has a turntable to play vinyls, but a gramophone is this grand piece with a huge brass trumpet. I'll show you the picture of it, and that bellows music. The sound that comes from it. Well, there you have it. Whoa, I look fancy. And vinyls have made a modern look come back. If needling gave any pleasure, then this be it. And cassettes. Well, I have loads of them, and they are totally what memories are made of. I also keep a special blue cap ball pen for swirling the tapes into manual fast forward. But which of these shares its name with ATM canisters? Right answer, cassettes. According to RBI's new guidelines, banks should replenish the cash in ATMs using the cassette swap method, where cash vans will transport locked canisters containing cash. Now, these canisters or cassettes will release cash only when they are placed inside the ATM. So, less pilferage. All right then, 2,370 people getting that right, and 137 game lives have been used at the penultimate question. Okay then. Now, going in for the last and final question, our 2,507 BrainBaazi hopefuls. Get this right and get your share from 50,000 rupees in the easiest quiz to win the Times of India BrainBaazi. Question number 11, here it is on your screens. The intermediary liability rules that the Indian government has proposed to alter affects dash. Fill the dash in. Internet companies, postal companies, aviation industry. Now, if you've read the edit page, the editorial page, and I always keep telling you to do that, according to Amba Kak, who's written today's editorial article, believes that these new rules could kill innovation and privacy. Well, intermediary liability, the legal concept that governs the responsibility of user-generated content. I've almost given up the answer. Time's over. Answers are locked in. And the right answer is internet companies. 2,171 people have got this right. Clearly, you have read your edit page on the Times of India today, which is very good. And 61 game lives have been used. So, which means tonight's edition of the Times of India BrainBaazi has 2,232 winners. Congratulations! Sending celebrations your way. So congratulations, my BrainBaazi girls. Well done. I know you've got the hang of it. Now, for those of you who and who want to play this game, go spread the word. Tell them to subscribe to Times of India. Tell them to read up the newspaper in the mornings and come and play the game with us. All right. Congratulations to the winners. I'm going to take a few names and also tell you how much you were. 22 rupees, you're rich people. Amit, Aman, Ravi followed with his phone number. Satish, Daya Dak, Raj, BaaziNow. Someone's actually called themselves BaaziNow. Thank you for so much love. Tom, Roshan, Chiru, 1997, Subha. Subha, tum sham ko bhi subha hoti ho? Javej, Dip, VKDTS. Okay, gosh. Akash, Aditya, congratulations. And many, many more. I obviously can't take all the names. Well done, well played, and continue this winning streak. Now, if by any chance you haven't won right now, don't get disheartened. Because right now, right here on BaaziNow, you always get opportunities to win. Tonight at 9, you play Pole Baazi. And then you start the winning streak tomorrow, 4:30 p.m. with Bingo Baazi, then 8:30 p.m. BrainBaazi, and 9 p.m. Pole Baazi again. Alrighty then. And for all Pro Kabaddi League fans, finale is tomorrow. We'll keep you updated about what happens on the turf in the match between Bengaluru and Gujarat. But it's almost time for me to say bye-bye. I shall see you on the other side. I'll get a quick cheat code in for you so that you can play tomorrow's game with a little more ease. So it's bye-bye for Dave.
The Times of India. BrainBaazi. BrainBaazi. Cheat code.
Hey, I'm Dave and I'm here to give you a little cheat code. But for those of you who love reading books and for the bibliophile in you, I've come with a few recommendations. Have you read this book called Beyond the Last Blue Mountain? It is the biography of J.R.D. Tata, Jamshedji Nasaruddin Tata, and how he changed what India looks like today. Now, if you're really interested in biographies, have you read The Polyester Prince? It is about the life of Dhirubhai Ambani. And not just about watching the film Guru. And of course, if you've seen the Z Factor, then you would know about the life of Subhash Chandra, the man who's given us the Z bouquet, which you watch on your set-top boxes for cable TV. Well, whatever I had to tell you, I've told you. Now, you got to remember what I told you because it's going to come in very handy when you play the game tomorrow, 8:30 p.m. on BaaziNow. Well, wish you luck. Dave's over and out.
BrainBaazi. Cheat code.